Who is Mrs. King?
Mrs. King is my wife. Mrs. King is my best friend. Mrs. King is my soulmate. Mrs. King is also the mother to our great little boy named Caden. That's Mrs. King.
Who is Mrs. King?
Caden, who's Mrs. King? Mom.
Who is Mrs. King?
Mrs. King is my sister. My favorite memory with Mrs. King is when we were younger, we did dances and plays with my entire family. What I love about Mrs. King is that she's always been there for me.
Mrs. King is my sister. She is kind, loving, smart, and very hardworking. I'm so glad I had her as a big sister when we were growing up. Some of my favorite memories with Mrs. King involve visiting her, Mr. King, and Caden in Myrtle Beach. We bring up memories from our childhood, and we end up playing a few competitive board games.
Who is Mrs. King?
Miss King's my teacher and I like she is nice and I like when she teaches science because she makes it fun.
Who is Mrs. King?
I am Mrs. King. I am a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter, a friend, and I am your teacher, and I look forward to having you in class this year.